Table of Contents. Part 1. Where the Road to Achievement Begins. Chapter 1. Meet the most important living person. We are poor not because of God. Search for the light. Let's explore his secret of success. Every adversity has the seed of a greater benefit. A truly great man. How the force of NMA repels. He developed inspirational dissatisfaction. Don't let your mental attitude make you a has-been. Meet the most important living person. Thoughts to steer by. Chapter 2. You can change your world. Page 17. Success Principles. Has the world given you a raw deal? A lesson learned from a child. X. You were born a champion. How a frightened boy developed PMA. Identify yourself with a successful image. What will your picture say to you? Definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. The starting point of all achievement. You have success born in you. Everyone has many talents for surmounting his special problems. PMA attracts wealth. A formula to help you change your world. Thoughts to steer by. Chapter 3. Clear the cobwebs from your thinking. Page 30. But we don't act from reason alone. Are you seeing only the mote in the other fellow's eye? He restored happiness to his home. One word can cause an argument. Let's start with a meeting of the minds. Froglegs taught him logic. Necessity plus PMA can motivate you to succeed. Necessity, NMA, and crime. He was a teenage problem child. You don't try to interfere with God. Ignorance is the result of inertia. Thoughts to steer by Chapter 3. Clear the cobwebs from your thinking, continued. Chapter 4. Will you dare to explore the powers of your mind? Page 43. Day by day in every way I'm getting richer and richer. Day by day in every way I am getting better and better. When death's door is about to open. Hidden persuaders. Why did the SS Andrea Doric and the SS Valkem sink? A little knowledge becomes a dangerous thing. Westinghouse invests in ESP communication. Thoughts to steer by. Chapter 5. And something more. Page 56. It's easy when you learn the something more and experience the know-how. Orville and Wilbur Wright succeeded in flying because they added something more. Why did the Supreme Court decide that Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone? His senior silent partner inspired him to success. Learn creative thinking from the creative thinker. He did his creative thinking by sitting for ideas. You don't need to be ashamed to be a failure like Christopher Columbus. And something more. How can you apply it? Thoughts to steer by. Part 2. 5 mental bombshells for attacking success. Chapter 6. You've got a problem. That's good. Page 69. How do you meet a problem with PMA? He met his challenge to change with PMA at Leavenworth Penitentiary. You can transmute sex into virtue or vice. And what are the 7 virtues? How can you transmute the power of sex into the good and the beautiful? It takes only one idea, followed by action, to succeed when others fail. Make a fortune or achieve your aims by understanding cycles and trends. He anticipated a downward cycle and prepared to go upward. They met the challenge with new life, new blood, new ideas, new activity. Thoughts to steer by. Chapter 7. Learn to see. Page 80. Seeing is a learned process. They looked and recognized what they saw. See another person's abilities, capacities, and viewpoint. Ask yourself questions. He became wealthy because he accepted advice. Thoughts to steer by. Chapter 8. The secret of getting things done. Page 92. What the self-starter meant to a war prisoner. The day that might have been wasted. Are you scared of your own best ideas? Are you ready to double your income? You can mix business and pleasure. Write yourself a letter. Thoughts to steer by. Chapter 9. How to motivate yourself. Page 102. Motivating yourself and others. Motivate yourself and others with the magic ingredient. The 10 basic motives which inspire all human action. Are negative emotions good? What can you do about it? A success formula that always succeeds when applied. Here is the chart of formula in action. Now for some bread for your sandwich. 7 came through. Thoughts to steer by. Chapter 10. How to motivate others. Page 112. How a child motivated his father. A letter can change a life for the better. One way to motivate a college student to write. Motivate by example. When you want to motivate, say it with a book. If you know what motivates a person, you can motivate him. How to motivate another person. Use Franklin's method to achieve results. See how the plan works. Do it now. Thoughts to steer by. Part 3. Your key to the citadel of wealth. Chapter 11. Is there a shortcut to riches? Page 127. A thought to steer by. Chapter 12. Attract repel wealth. Page 129. In a hospital bed think. Learn how to set your goal. Take that first step. Wealth repelled with NMA. Wealth can be acquired on a modest salary. The home of my dreams. Thoughts to steer by. Chapter 13. If you don't have money, use OPM. Page 140. Good advice. Make investments with OPM. Your banker is your friend. A plan and OPM developed a $40 million volume. How W. Clement Stone bought a $1,600,000 company with the seller's own money. Warning: credit can hurt you. The missing number. Thoughts to steer by. Chapter 14. How to find satisfaction in your job. Page 154. I feel healthy. I feel happy. I feel terrific. Mental attitude makes the difference. A definite goal made her enthusiastic. Use the stepstone theory. Develop inspirational dissatisfaction. Inspirational dissatisfaction can motivate you to succeed. Was it worth it? Are you a square peg in a round hole? Thoughts to steer by. Chapter 15. Your magnificent obsession. Page 164. No matter who you are, you can have a magnificent obsession. Be a part of a great cause. The seeds of thought in a book grew into a magnificent obsession. A magnificent obsession will conquer in spite of the obstacles that stand in its way. Is money good? A simple philosophy grew into a magnificent obsession. You live longer with a magnificent obsession. They're all in jail but my brother and me. Thoughts to steer by. Part 4. Get ready to succeed. Chapter 16. How to raise your energy level. Page 181. Is it time to recharge your battery? How to tell when your battery needs recharging. PMA demands a good energy level, and vice versa. Vitamins necessary for a healthy mind and body. Thoughts to steer by. Chapter 17. You can enjoy good health and live longer. Page 189. How PMA aids you. An eventful night. Use a book as a catalyst. Why'd he rather have my health than his money? Can money buy physical and mental health, a longer life, and the esteem of your fellow men? The price of ignorance is sin, sickness, and death. What happens to excessive drinkers? There's always a cure. Take the guesswork out of your health. There is always a cure, find it. Be sure you're not driving to your own funeral. Safety first saves lives with PMA. When tragedy strikes. Chapter 17. You can enjoy good health and live longer, continued. High school girl gets pains before examinations. Religion and psychiatry. The minister to millions helps the sick. What lies ahead? Thoughts to steer by. Chapter 18. Can you attract happiness? Page 202. I want to be happy. Handicaps are no barrier to happiness. Happiness begins at home. When parents don't understand their children. I don't understand her, the father said. To have a happy home, be understanding. Attract and repel through verbal communications. A letter can bring happiness. You are what you think. Contentment. Thoughts to steer by. Chapter 19. Get rid of that guilt feeling. Page 214. A guilt feeling can teach you consideration for others. To get rid of that guilt feeling, make amends. To get rid of that guilt feeling, get into action. A recommended formula for getting rid of guilt. Catch. What makes a delinquent? When one virtue is in conflict with another. Thoughts to steer by. Part 5, Action Please. Chapter 20. Now it's time to test your own success quotient. Page 227. Success Quotient Analysis. Chapter 21. Awaken the sleeping giant within you. Page 234. What wouldst thou have? You are launched on a great journey. This book will now go with you on your journey to success. Thoughts to steer by. Chapter 22. The Amazing Power of a Bibliography. Page 237. Say it with a book. How to read a book. The Bible. Books for further reading. Thoughts to steer by. Index. Page 247.